Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Come on for the walk. Ha ha ha. Stiffy McVicky here. Ha ha ha. Get your mats if you want to do some stretch outs, and I did that, but you would never be able to tell. Ha ha. Get your weights if you're going to do weight exercises. Get your chair if you're going to do chair exercises. Line up if you walk in wall wall. Stand up if you walk in place. I said do your chair exercises. Jump on your bikes. Start your treadmill. Yeah, y'all.
Power on. Smooth to smooth.
Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Hey, I want to thank my steady-ons. I got like 25 people steady on every day. They hit their goals. Oh, yes, y'all. Oh, let's see. Let me hit this camera a minute. Yeah, oh, I've been doing stretches on the floor, and you would think that I would loosen up, but it's just Monday, and I'm old, and I have to keep doing that so I don't atrophy. So it's just a part of my human experience. All right, here we are. Hey, y'all, thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. Oh, y'all. Y'all know I wrote this title Saturday. I'm sitting there, vibing with the ancestors, and I'm like, I can't do this orange slime ball shit. I can't do these hateful baby boomers. I can't do that. And I said, I asked the ancestors, I said, how long? How long? Because I'm sick of it. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And I started thinking back on the times with them in school and how they got all the awards. No blacks, no Hispanic kids got any awards. They always had their test results put on the front on the board. Hey, I'll read your comment on the break. Thanks for coming on the walk. They had the things put on the boards. Going to the stores. They knew that they moved right to the front of the line, or they was even picked out to come in front of us, and they look back at us and humiliate us. I'll read your message on the break. So, I can't even tell you. I thought back on working with them. I'll say 75% of them were just put in positions because you had to have the European African in control and over everything. So whether they were qualified, whether they thought, it didn't matter. They paid to get in school. This is where their parents were the alumnus. So they walked through. They walked through. Parents got their land and land grabs that our family couldn't get, my parents couldn't get. And then it was just passed to them. Taxes. I'm still paying rent. Well, I'm with my daughter now, but I was paying rent. I didn't have a handoff. You blocked my mother. Man, my father did a handoff. He managed to get a little dump that he built up in New York. But that was it. So I'm sitting there and I'm saying, I gotta fight him. I can't do this no more. I can't do this. I can't do this in the back line. What did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you? But as European Africans, they'll do anything, including unlifing us, than to acknowledge that they have African blood. In their minds, unlifing us proves that they have no African blood. Go take a DNA. Not from those ancestry bullshit things, because they is terminate. They they call it African blood all kind of shit. And then I'm sitting there, and I remember blinking back tears. Hey y'all, I see your comments. I'll read on break. I remember blinking back tears, and I was like, we can't protect the children that orange shit stained in there. We can't protect them. There's nothing we can do. We won't be able to protect ourselves. And then the ancestors vibe with me. They said, do you remember? Of course I don't remember. They said, remember when they used to have those kind of clan meetings that the orange shit stain called the Republican National Convention? And they used to open the doors and they used to run out and unlife us. And I was sitting there in front of the ancestors. I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with these European Africans. I'm not doing it. This makes no sense. We can't protect the children. We can't protect us as women. So then finally, I put in the vibe. Saturday morning. How long? Not long. Because I couldn't take it. I ain't never did nothing. I ain't never stole your child. I ain't never stole your house. I ain't never tell nothing but the truth. You're European Africans. Ain't no such thing as fucking white. And you'll unlife me for that bullshit. You'll unlife me. Because what you see of me is you on the inside. And you don't like that. Then this morning I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, we women are in trouble. He thinks now he's going to have to wash his own clothes because she's running for president, Kamala. He thinks he has to wash his own clothes, which he doesn't know how to do. He thinks he's going to have to do his own cooking, which he doesn't know how to do. He thinks he's going to have to take care of kids, which he doesn't know how to do. And he going after you. Look for that punch to come across the table. Because you're going to say something. I've seen it already. You're going to say something. And he going to punch you out of that chair. And he going to say, what you think you Kamala Harris? I'm the only president in this damn house. Tell you right now. When you say something to him that he don't like, he gonna punch you in your face and say, oh, you think you Kamala Harris? Kamala? VP Harris? Everything you say or do to him from this point on is an attack on him because there's a woman running for president. I remember when they said women couldn't drive bus because they didn't have the mental capacity of judgment. Only men have it. That's why they didn't want them to drive cars. They said women had no, in their brains, the ability to judge length and width. Yes. Women cannot handle bills. They're not qualified. Their brains cannot handle that calculation. That's why everything was in the men's name and for the men. Women cannot be president. I heard it out their mouth for years. I think Shirley Chisholm was running with Mondale. I think she was a VP, running as VP. Oh, women don't have the mentality for politics. They said that's men talk. Now you think you want to talk to him about VP or VP Harris becoming president? No. You want to get stomped out. You want to get beat. And then you're going to call a policeman that don't want no woman as president. And when you call him, he going to hold you while the husband punch you a little bit more. You don't even see the danger you're in. But when I wrote that How Long Not Long, I was ready to cash it in. One way or another. These men's going to be running y'all over. These doctors, these men doctors, going to be prescribing stuff for y'all. Y'all going to be cut up. Y'all ain't got no chestises now or wounds. Y'all ain't going to have shit by the time they finish. You don't see the danger in it. I saw the danger in the orange slime ball. Scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me. Even when it was announced that Kamala Harris, VP Harris, was running for president on the Democratic ticket, I cried. I didn't know how stretched I was. I knew what that orange slime ball was going to do. But now I know what these men are going to do. Get y'all some box cutters, ladies. Go to your gun classes, and when you pull it out, don't stop shooting until the clip is empty. Get your razor. You just got to fall forward. Here's the jugular vein. Do a nice slice through, because they coming after us. When Obama was running, that's when they started unlifing the men and dragging them out the cars. It started back then, and then it ran all through his 2 terms. Until the orange shit stain and we put our foot down. Now it's going to happen again. But this time to women, and women of color. Specifically African American women, black women. I opened up the YouTube streets, and the first thing I saw was that he said straight talk. And the first thing he said was something, doll. Harrison. Call her doll. Of course I unsubscribed to him, because that's the tone. We're going to be whores. We carry civilization, we carry babies, but we never looked upon it that as respectful. It's an honor. We create life, we carry life. But men don't see it like that. They don't. They don't. Especially these here, these European Africans with these cults backing them. Honey, I have seen many a puffed up lip and black eyes walking into the church, and nothing is said or done. So he called her dog. So I know how African American black men feel. They've told me all my life. Black woman keeping the black men down. Don't give them a chance. Always attacking them. To them, this is another attack. And they coming after us. The patty rollers make sure enough ammunition and guns is dropped in the community around the gangs. Make sure they have enough dope so they can get high enough. And the next thing you know, if y'all ain't got no no straight edge razor, it's a wrap. Because he already called her a doll. He called her a doll. He didn't think about the women that he had looking at him. He called straight talk. But when I saw that doll, I know his straight talk was some chauvinistic bullshit. He don't like Trump, but he don't want Kamala. So guess what he's going to do? He's going to put Trump in. It's the black men who are going to put Trump in. Because they hate the black woman. They hate him. Hey, here we go. Hola, hola. Thank you, Sylvia. I'm a beautiful woman. Greetings from Amsterdam, Holland. Thank you, Sylvia. Thanks for coming on the walk. Hi. Let me take these glasses off. Hi, LLI. Jay Borough, get it? Yeah. Oh, he got his fist full. You take get it. Yeah, you know you coming through. Good morning, Sharon. Hey, Pittman. Of course, Pittman is called just your pace. My pace is what you call barely moving. That's why I've been going for quite a few years. I've been with runners. Their knees go. There's a snail passing you on the left. Not a turtle. Maybe the turtle's on the right and the snail's on the left. Oh, yes, I'm voting for Kamala. Okay, here we go. Pain. Yeah, if you working out, Pain. Hey, Noah. Hi, y'all. Yeah, this ain't a race. I plan on walking until I can't walk no more. I ain't got to be fast. I just got to be steady. But you probably don't know that, huh? I got 25 people that's been working out with me for quite some time every day. They know what it means. Slow and steady wins the race. And what is my race? Good health. I don't need to have my heart beating out my chest. Them days is gone. But you run. You run. Past that snail. Past that frog. Past that turtle. Yeah, y'all. So, I'm in. And I know the enemy around me. They are. I wish my grandmother had told me the truth. Instead of saying, oh, you gotta cook for a man, you gotta make sure a man food is cooked, you gotta make sure a man's house is clean, you gotta make sure you take care of him, you gotta make sure you feel his needs. Why did she just tell me he's dangerous? Why did she say, well, if you get with a man and you don't do his food properly, he's gonna unlife you. Now that would have been different. I would have said, oh shit, really? If she said, if you come home and you don't have his clothes fold, he gonna punch you into a wall. I would have said, really? I would have never messed with a man. Never. But she didn't tell me that. She told me it was my duty to care for a man. She said he don't know how to cook. He knows nothing about cleaning. He knows nothing about making a bed. Nothing about putting his clothes away. Nothing about cleaning out a shelf. Nothing about infections. Nothing about routines. That's all you. And then when you tell him that, he's going to punch you in your face and tell you you're a nag. I tell you, when I went down to my grandmother's Southern Baptist Church, that's when I found out that men didn't do nothing but wake up, go to work, come back home. That's why they had all that energy for screwing. They didn't sweep. They didn't clean. They didn't cook. They didn't wash clothes. They didn't fold clothes. They didn't do a spring cleaning. All they had to do was put out the garbage once a week. And we wound up doing that, the girls. Couldn't understand it. But when I became an adult, I got it. If you're with a man, he has no idea how to take care of himself. Doesn't know about a grocery list. He doesn't know any of those things. He expects you to know. That's what he married you for. And when you don't know, all these cults and these laws give him a right to bitch slap you. Now, I didn't tell my daughter, but she watched me. See, my weapon of choice when I was in my 20s was my bed and like in the top corner, I hide it behind something on my dresser in case I had to snatch it real fast. I didn't keep knives in my house. I had one old broken knife. I didn't keep knives. You won't have to bring it with you. Because if you picked up and used my knife, it's going to collapse on you and cut your fingers. I didn't tell her. But when she went to stay with her dad, as adults we were talking. And I said, you know, I was worried about you, but they knew I would come down there, honey, and I would annihilate everybody in the house. She said, no, Mommy. She said, everybody knew I had a knife. I said, that's my girl. That's my girl. Self-preservation. Y'all going to be pulled over more by the patty rollers. You black women going to be dragged out the car. Cameras going to be turned off. Y'all going to get evicted, and y'all finna you lose your job. You are not stopping the sex trafficking trade. You see, men are controlled by their penis, and that's it. You're not going to stop them judges from booty bumping and rectum abandoning one another and kids. You're not going to stop that. And that's what they're afraid you're going to stop. You ain't going to stop them from beating up women. Women can stop it. Because I walk around my switchblade and then I saw something where this old woman has a cane, but the cane is a long knife. I don't know if I can handle that. She did. She ran somebody straight through. But I need to find a way. I have, like I said, I got my straight. I don't leave home without it. And I'm not afraid to use it. I go straight, instantly in my head. Jugular. Just get close enough to fall. If they shoot you, just get close enough to fall. Just one slice and I'll never be able to stop the bleeding. How long? Not long. I mean, the world is looking. Iranian, Iraqi women, look over at us. Because you're going to see. You're going to see. They're going to put in laws to execute you if you try to have an abort. If you have an abort. They're going to put you in front of a firing squad. Because you want the abort. And what the men get off? Scot-free. I'm African American, and I know I'm grateful I'm not in the African American community living right now. I'm surrounded by a lot of Hispanics and a couple of African Americans. But I can tell you how it was when I was in Bed-Stuy and I was in Mount Vernon. Hated us. It would be nothing for them to walk down the street and punch us. Nothing. Their whole thing is, we're the reason they can't get anywhere. And now in their head, VP Harris running, they're not seeing African American. These black African American men and boys, all they see is another woman trying to tell them what to do and to control their lives. And they ain't down. Not only they ain't down for her, but they ain't down for the ladies. Y'all in danger. Y'all just have no idea. None. None. You call the po-po? Po-po get there, so what you call me for? I'm a man. Don't you want a woman for president? And you go get in this car and leave. You didn't see that coming. You ain't see the detectives that is all men's. When you're in life, they ain't gonna solve your case. You deserve it. Because you want a woman for president. I'm happy because the change is coming. How long? Not long. Change is coming. But change takes loss of lives. Change takes loss of life. Change is never successful without loss of life. And honey, these European African men have been hating African American women since I can remember. Y'all finna lose your job. You ain't gonna know why. All of a sudden, it's gonna be a lot of late. All of a sudden, you're gonna have an attitude. And you're gonna lose your jobs. They're gonna start annihilating the whole family. They're already doing it. But now this is a push they can't take. Because then what else do they have? Well, what else do they have? And I know who ain't gonna vote for her. I can tell you by cult. Mormon, 7 days, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, what else those are? That says Utah. Idaho. They ain't voting for Kamala. If their husband tells them to fill a bucket full of water and stick their head in it and drown, they will do it. Because See, they're going to be with the husband in heaven. They don't care about the children they left behind. That don't mean nothing. So they ain't going to vote for her. That husband tell them no. That husband, don't y'all know why they gave the vote to the woman before they gave the European African woman before they gave it to the black African woman? African American, you know why? Because the European African woman would vote what her husband tells her to vote. And we didn't, after enslavement, we didn't have that husband training. So again, a lot of us were single. They didn't want to give it to us because we didn't have the vote of a husband behind us. Pay careful attention. Iraqi women, y'all giving us all that bravado. Oh, you should go out. Oh, look at it. And all the women PBS and all that kind of shit. And I see that white woman sitting there and then Muslim woman and she's saying stand up. You will see the truth. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I started on the wrong side. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Oh, I got room. Ha ha! Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, y'all. I know I ain't leaving this house without my straight edge razor. Men, don't walk close to me. Don't come close to me. Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5. Ha ha! I'll take the 6 one. It's one for good luck. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, y'all. Ha ha. Yes, let's hit this water. So I'm happy. And now I know it ain't long. I said, how long? Not long. But I'm sick of this shit. I ain't never did nothing to European African American in my whole born days. I don't hurt people. I don't hurt animals. I help people. But I have been with these European Africans constantly attacked. Constantly. Look where we're living. We're zoned. They made sure I didn't have the job, so I didn't have the retirement money. They made sure. I ain't never did nothing to them. I showed up on time. I did what you asked me to do for the job. Ain't mean shit. Because in a world where all are African, just of different colors and eye shapes and hair textures, you pick the black African to berate, belittle, belie, unlife. They never did a damn thing to you. And I'm sick of it. So that's why I put how long, not long. Maybe that's for the whole thing, or maybe that's just me. Because if a young person out there, young woman out there, and I see a man going after her, I'm jumping in front of her. And I'm going to deal with you. So it maybe not be long for me. But I'm all right with that too. But I ain't going through this bullshit no more. We ain't never robbed for nothing. Nothing. Bernie Madoff stole the fuck out of everything you had, but you ain't mad at him. You mad at the black woman. That Bateman shit with his Crip shit, this shit to y'all, but y'all ain't mad at him. Y'all mad at the black woman. Orange shit stained, and there's so much horribleness. But you're not mad at him. You're mad at the black woman. No, I'm sick of it. I could go back in my family, and none of us had ever done anything to these European Africans. But their whole thing is, ain't no African in me. Ain't no African in me. No, I'll tell you what they're saying right now. Oh, you're going to vote for... okay, this is a European African woman and her husband talking. The husband said, oh, so you going to vote for VP Harris? You black now? And she'll say, no, I'm not black. I'm not black. I don't got no black in me. So I'm not voting for her. I hate her. I hate her. So they went all the time. Oh. European African man to his European African intimate partner. Oh. So just getting them lips injection to get your lips big, it wasn't just that. You black now? You black now? And she'll say, no, I'm not black. I hate black women. I hate black women. I hate black dogs. I hate black rats. I hate black snakes. All the time. All the time. Then they'll say, how you gonna prove it? How you gonna prove you, husband, to the wife? The wife is a supervisor. How you gonna prove you ain't black? How you gonna prove you ain't black? And she'll say, I don't prove I ain't black. I'm gonna go into that office and I'm gonna fire all the black people. I'm gonna fire definitely the black woman. And he'll say, oh, then I know I ain't marry a black woman. Happened for years. Many of us been hanging from the dangle from the chain. They always say, oh, he was gonna rape her. They all tried to make it tactical. It's just as simple. With these European Africans, if they vote for Kamala VP Harris, that is saying they're black. And they are not. That many have hung from a rope for that same thing. Here's another one. Always works. Just man and woman talking. So I heard VP Harris is running to be president. And she said, oh yeah, she's running to be president. Something. Women are presidents for all of us. Huh. So you're a lesbian? Boop. They don't do nothing new. They did it for Shirley Chisholm. They did it for Bump. They did it for Jesse Jackson. They do it the same way all the time when a brown, black African is put in the front. Because they have to prove, if they support the person, then that's saying they got African in them. But everybody know when you're a white unicorn, you don't got that. So you have to hate brown and black to prove that you have no African in you. And that is these European Africans, and they have been doing it for hundreds of years. Two men. Man, you gonna vote for VP Harris? Other man. I ain't voting for her. Women got too much already. Shirley Chisholm. Who else? There's an Italian woman who was running with someone else. She was the first, this Italian lady, I can't think of her name. She was running for VP. She gonna get her, this is VP, she gonna get her Mr. Cycle, and the next thing you know, bombs gonna be flying everywhere. That's what they used to say. They used to put on paper. Go back and they said on TV. And guess what? The same people run it. So I'm telling you right now, African American, they ain't gonna say nothing good about us. We gonna be all kind of hoes, sluts, no life, no count. We gonna, our children are gonna be. Telling you now, buckle up. But it ain't gonna be alone. And y'all remember, Jim Beam aged, reported for 5 days. I can tell you how that energy came in. That energy came in, whoo, like a power surge. If Kamala Harris doesn't surround herself with women, she's going to be fucked. Like, men are jealous. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Because again, my grandmother, she never told me that. She told me women are jealous of one another. Even my mother, she said women are jealous of one another. They never told me men are jealous. I had to find out the hard fucking way. They're jealous of you. And right now, VP Harris is successful. And they hate that. They hate her. They hate females. They definitely hate the brown and black skin. Don't go around here willy-nilly. Oh, Kamala Harris. No. Put a knife in your pocket. Put pepper spray close to you. Get one of them walking sticks with a sword in it. I got my box cutter. They got big box cutters. They got a little box cutter. All you got to do is hit that main vein, and it's just like a bullet. But for y'all to walk around here willy-nilly, you're wrong. Y'all finna get y'all ass beats in your own house if you have a man there. Now, the first time I saw that jealousy was from John Camacho. We're growing, we're going, everything is good. He wanted to go back to college. I remember DeVry, going to get him to DeVry, but at DeVry he couldn't work. He couldn't do nothing because at that time DeVry wanted all your attention. When they put in Sunday classes, I was pissed because I said that could have also been a different thing for me and John because he'd have been able to go to class on the weekends. And then he could have his job where he was head of the household, but you didn't give him that. You said he had to go to school, and he had a wife, and the wife had a child, so he needed to keep income. So I wound up getting income. Best job I ever had in my life. And I remember how excited I was when I told him. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this, I got this job at the U.S. Hotel. Oh my goodness, you can go to school, we don't have to worry about anything. He said, quit. So I'm like, no, you can't go to school. We can't afford to send you to New Jersey in school. We ain't got no money. I'm not on the bartending budget. We can't do it. We can't. And I have a child. My child can't. He said, quit. I said, but what we gonna do? You just park cars and then you go to school. You can't even park cars. You go to school. We ain't gonna have no income. He said, Catholic charities. I said, Catholic charities? Catholic charities? But we were was talking about it, and then I would get the job, and then you would go to school, and then when you would get the job, and then I can go to school because I'm gonna be a writer. And he said, quit the job. We'll make it somehow, and we'll get help from Catholic Charities. Now, John Camacho used to be the president of the junior NAACP. So I had some kind of understanding that he knew about African American women. And he didn't believe that bullshit that all of us was on welfare. Because my mother told me when I was small, get a job and take care of yourself. She didn't say get a husband and have him take care of you. She said get a job and take care of yourself. And for him to be with the NAACP, he should have seen that. Him telling me to go and throw myself on Catholic Charities? When I just got the job my dream job, making money, where I can hold you down, you can do 2 years. Fuck, you can do 4 years of college. He was jealous. He was jealous. Then in my life again, I learned from that. Next friend I had, intimate partner I had, I was going to school, he was going to school. He had to. He had to. You had no room to get jealous for me because I was going after my dream. Go after your dream. That's another story, but we was together long enough and he got his master's degree. I produced my plays. I produced my shows. He was happy. I was happy. Men are jealous. And I know black men. I look at Black Girls Unlost and Femicide, honey, on YouTube. And in this country, African American women, y'all is damn near being lifed. At least 100 a day. At least 100 a day. From all around this country. By your intimate partners. They've seen their fathers do it. I've seen it also. Listen, when they say I snatch your ball, I've seen that. And I'm not talking about a wig, I'm talking about real hair. When you sit there like, and you're just a kid, you're like, I've seen women go from sitting in a sitting position, just chilling, and then in a flash of an eye, she against the wall, blood coming down her face, and some man is standing there telling her about her place and how she can't talk. So, no, y'all have no idea what y'all into. You have no idea what you're in for. Go to the pistol range, bullets is high, but it's worth it. Find your carries to seal, get your little 22 or something like that. I'm telling you, you better arm up. Because these black men, you're getting too high, you're getting out of your place, who you think you're talking to. Oh, you gonna let Kamala Thomas make you catch this ass whipping. I'm telling you. There gonna be more black women walking around here with black eyes, big lips. These black men is fitting to go on the warpath. We ain't really gotta worry about European African men. We ain't really gotta worry about them. These African American men, Oh, that's for the European African men. Then what they're gonna do is make sure to drop them guns and drugs in the hood. And they're gonna come through and they're gonna life us like you would not believe. But at least that's a change. I mean, well, not really. We've been on life and that's like crazy anyway. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I should have my shirt, by August. My daughter wants to wait until we find out who her running mate is, which should be a woman. She should be protected by women, just like men all the time. They are surrounded by their men. She should have more women on her cabinet to protect her. Men are jealous. They are hateful. She gets a man VP, he will set her up. He's a part of the victim bandits, sex trafficking, pedophile crew. That woman ain't no pedophile. She ain't no sex trafficking. She ain't doing none of that shit. You know how hard she had to study to get to the position where she is? She ain't thinking about nothing but doing and climbing. But Kamala, you put a man by you, he's rubbing his dick. That's all he's thinking about. Don't put him there. I said put Hillary as your VP. I said put Hillary as your VP. Yes, indeed, honey. Of course, Dick Cheney's hanging in. She won everything for Liz, but she's Republican, okay? She got the orange shit stain. Well, what a chess move. What a chess move. Waited until that Republican National Convention of Swindlers, Pedophiles, Rectum Bandits, Priests, Pimps, Conmen, pick that orange shit stain and then bam. But still danger's there. And every day until the election, I'm going to warn you, African American black women, I'm telling you, the European African men are going to be trouble, but the African American men are going to start unlifing us at a very, very fast rate, because to have him, VP Harris, run for president, black men feel that it'll make black women come out of their place. Now, what if their place? Their places of servitude. So anything you say could be a punch in the face. Any kind of way you look at him, if your eyes go different or you suck your teeth, that could be a punch in the face, or you could be unliked. I know African American men and black men are very violent with black women. I know. I have a sister who got alcohol thrown on her, a match struck and threw, and that was black man. Like I said, I've been to seen snatch ball. I done seen thrown down the stairs. I said thrown out a window. And yo finna catch it. And no one will come down and rescue, because who's supposed to come down and rescue? The European African man. And he said, you want a woman for president? Then your man can beat on you. Don't look far out from us. We with the orange slime ball. So it's happy time. I'm glad Kamala's running. It's happy time. But y'all gotta know y'all in danger. Especially us African American, brown and black women. These black men are going to go berserk. Be careful. Don't let them walk up on you. Don't let them run up on you. Don't be doing no eye sucking, eye rolling, nothing like that. They're very fragile. They're really men child, and they're very fragile. VP Harris is messing with their, you know, their Africanism, all are African. Also a woman thing, you know. It's a lot, y'all. Ooh. Oh, I'm so close to the door. I'm so happy. I just love this body. When I tell you, when matter and separation come out of energy, I'm out of here. No, I'm out of here. Oof. Oof. Mm-mm-mm. So if I'm around and you come out there, young person, and I can see you, if I can strike you before you strike her, or if I can block that strike, that's all I am now. Listen, I'm going to be unliked anyway. If I could have a choice how I'm going to do it, I'd rather do it to protect women, women and children. Here we go. Yeah, y'all, thanks for coming on the walk. Oh, the water wasn't perfect, but I decided not to complain on myself. Okay. Yes, y'all. No new comments. No one you said hi. Maybe that's a new comment. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Like, comment, share. Tell a uncle, tell a auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk.